It's Chris, and in today's video I'm going to talk about whether it makes sense to buy a certified pre-owned BMW i3 in 2019 in today's video. So what got me thinking about this is about 3 weeks ago, one of my friends called me and was like, hey, you've got a BMW i3. What do you think about it? There's one at the BMW dealership here. It's a 2016 certified pre-owned. What do you think? And I really had to think about it, on the fly. We bought ours almost two years ago now. We bought a 2014 certified pre-owned. Now here we are almost 2 years later. There's a lot of 2016 certified pre-owns that were on leases that are now coming out on the market, and I figured this question is going to come up quite a bit as you go through and you search through websites like cars.com and Auto Trader. When you look at that under $30,000 electric vehicle, there's really not a lot there. And really there's the BMW i3, there's the Chevy Bolt, there's some Fiat 500s. There's a few other like Nissan Leafs. But when it comes to probably the two most popular, it would be the i3 and the Chevy Bolt. So let's look at some of the 5 areas that I think that a BMW i3 still makes sense and provides enough value and kind of cool features that makes it, in my opinion, worth it at around $20,000 in 2019. So the first thing that really stood out when we took delivery of our BMW i3 was the interior. It was something I had researched online, and there are really 3 size types of packages. And there's a website, here let me get out my iPad. There is a website called Inside EVs that has a cool article here, and I'll put a link down to this in the description below, of the 3 i3 packages. There is the Mega World package, the Giga World package, and the Terra World package, which is the nicest. And honestly, in hindsight, we would have probably wouldn't have minded paying maybe about $1,000 more roughly to get the upgraded package. We do have the seats. The interior does look really nice. I've described it in previous videos as like a Northern European, like Swedish, like living room is what it feels like. It's pretty nice, very cozy on the inside, a little small in the back seat, I admit. But if you're not using that back seat very much, or you're just having a cart seat back there like we have, it's not that bad. In fact, it's not even really an inconvenience. But we would have loved to have, and this is really a minor thing though, but we would have loved to have had that wood dashboard. It just looks so nice, especially whenever you compare it to the rest of the vehicle, and the inside is the quality of that interior. I did rent a Tesla Model 3 long range version with a nice interior package, all that stuff. A few months ago we were on vacation, and that was probably the biggest stark contrast between the two vehicles. When it came to the interior, is the interior quality of the i3 is nice. It feels like a nice vehicle. The Tesla, don't get me wrong, that touchscreen and a lot of the other features on that car for a $50,000+ car, that's nice. But for a $50,000 plus, by the time you get all the stuff you kind of want, didn't really feel like a $50,000 car on the inside. So that is why I think the interior of that i3 is definitely a positive, and one of the things that you should think about if you're thinking about buying one in 2019. Next thing is the no trips to the gas station. So the fact that you can kind of come home, and with smartphones, we've kind of gotten to the habit of you come home, your time to go to bed, you plug in your phone. And that's the same habit with an i3 or any other type of electric vehicle. You come home, you take 5 seconds, plug it in, and you get that very cheap, electricity that's significantly cheaper. I'm talking as much as, depending on your electric rates, a fourth the cost of, gasoline. So that is a huge, huge positive for us. I have my Chevy Bolt, and it does take significant amount of gas if you're, if you want to do road trips. So I've had to go down to the gas station after doing a road trip recently, and it was just like madness down there. Like there were, so many different cars trying to go in different directions because of the gas tanks being on different sides, and I ended up having to wait for a gas pump. And if you do that, every week or two over the course of owning this vehicle, that is a significant amount of time that you're spending just trying to get, fuel for your vehicle, compared to, which I think is a more, futuristic way of fueling up your car, which is come home, plug it in, let it charge overnight. So that's pretty use positive in my book. A BMW i3 it is just a blast to drive. We call it our city golf cart, and by that I mean a golf cart on steroids. I mean, this thing is doing highway speeds. It'll put you back in your seat whenever you push that pedal down. That was one of the biggest surprises of the vehicle. We did a lot of research, and I don't think we realized how sporty this vehicle was until we started driving it. And it makes it a blast to drive. If anything, the negative is it is really easy to go a little too fast, to kind of let your speed creep up. That instant torque as you push the pedal down is addictive. And before long, you're going to be on 70 and a 50. So that would be a negative, I guess. But overall, though, it's a fun, sporty car to drive, at, $20,000. So, and you get that EV driving experience. It's not going to do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, like a Model S or a Model 3 or whatever, but you're going to still have a very fun, sporty drive. Another cool feature is the one-pedal driving. So that's something that as more electric vehicles kind of get on the market, it'll be something that's kind of more widespread across the automotive industry. But right now it's really, a few EVs have it. Some actually give you options to kind of turn that off. One pedal driving is simple. It's that you press the pedal, you go, you let off the pedal. It basically applies a braking action to regenerate. So that allows you, as long as you're just kind of paying attention to how you're driving, to really never have to use your brakes unless there's some quick, rapid braking in front of you. But the fact that, and that really, the other advantage of that is much less wear on brakes. And a lot of vehicles, you may never need to change those brakes at all. So that's decreased maintenance costs right there. So one pedal driving's cool, and once you start doing it and getting used to it, it just makes your drive a lot easier, a lot more relaxing, and it's another kind of cool thing that the i3 has. So the biggest selling point of the i3 is that it is one of the cheapest electric vehicles when you buy a certified pre-owned one that you can get currently in 2019. And it's not even close. I mean, if you're trying to get that i3 or that Chevy Bolt, you're talking mid-30s, high 30s for the Bolt, and into the $40,000s, $50,000 range to get a Model 3. Well, you can leave with $19,000, $20,000. You can get a really nicely equipped BMW i3 with a warranty, certified pre-owned right now. And that's why I think it's worth it still in 2019 to buy these. The 2016 ones have just come off a lease, or they're starting to come off lease, so you can get a pretty low mileage one, that still has tons of warranty left, or as a certified pre-owned warranty. And I think it's still, if you're trying to dip your toes into an electric vehicle, maybe you want to you have two cars, a two-car family, and you want to maybe kind of check it out, buy, trade in one of your cars, buy your BMW i3. It's a great way. That's what got us started down this path. And if anything, we've decided we can't see ourselves ever going back to a gasoline-powered car. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos on the BMW i3, the Chevy Bolt, even stuff like the Peloton, and other kind of ways that technology can improve your life, make things better, then go ahead and hit subscribe down below. If you have questions, comments on the BMW i3, maybe you're thinking about getting one, go ahead and put those down in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next video.